Colorado, known almost as much for its gorgeous views as its unpredictable weather.
And it's part of the reason Fort Collins' decision to change the way it handles electric bills is stirring so many people up. Last week, we took a 360 look at the time-of-day pricing plan. Basically, you pay more during peak hours, less during off times. The city says it should work out for everyone, but we're finding out that may not be the case.
Hundreds of people on our Denver 7 Facebook page say this is critically flawed. With so many new viewpoints to consider, Denver 7's Jennifer Kowaleski is diving back into the many sides of this issue.
Like clockwork, soon the time of day you crank the AC will impact the price you pay. In the city of Fort Collins,
people want more renewables. They want to build less generation facilities.
Starting next month, FOCO residents will have to pay 3 times more for electricity during peak hours, 2 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the summer, and 5 to 9 at night in the winter. But if you avoid these hours, you'll pay 30% less.
It helps them choose when they use their energy and save.
We already heard multiple 360 perspectives from the city and these longtime Fort Collins residents.
Putting everybody in it together kind of forces the issue.
Dozens of you reached out with other viewpoints we hadn't considered. Amelia asks, what about senior citizens who can't choose when they use their energy? She says, my parents are 88 years old and typically have their thermostat at 75 or higher in the winter. FOCO doesn't take into account senior citizens who are on fixed incomes and need warmer homes. From Amelia's perspective, the flip side of electricity savings for some is colder homes for our seniors. A Fort Collins high school teacher also sounded off for working families. Lorraine says, I believe this is greed and is aimed directly at working people. If I work 7 to 4, when do I watch TV, do my laundry, and spend time with my children? I think it's crazy. Other views came in from our Denver 7 Facebook page. Sam took out his anger, writing, is Fort Collins now a suburb of Boulder? Wacky thinking, both towns. While Wanda offered a comparison. She lives in Arizona, where they too have time-of-day pricing for electricity. She says, it does reduce your bill if you use the schedule. There is less electricity that has to be generated when businesses are closed, so this balances out usage. Now, Fort Collins says 10% of the city's customers are 65 or older. They do have several affordability programs for payment or medical assistance, but only if you qualify. And for a lot of people, that's the problem. Amelia told us that her elderly parents make too much to qualify, but not enough to live comfortably, leaving them in a tough spot. While it feels more like summer than fall this week, we know winter is just around the corner when heat is so important. So if you know someone who is impacted by these changes, or if you are being impacted, email us at 360@thedenverchannel.com. You can also send us a message on Facebook or Twitter. Ann?